for me, the main thing right now is that we're at sort of like a global inflection point. We know what's happening in the world right now, right? So like the convergence between what's happening politically in the financial markets, we talk about things like inflation, and these are some of the things that impact us very much in Singapore as well. And also we talk about jobs and AI obviously coming in. It's a combination of all these different factors that I guess make people wonder like what's next and what else is there, right? So I think reinvention is in that context is important because as external forces sort of affect you, there's a need to sort of keep changing, updating. Like the worst thing you can do is maintain status quo. I think it's also interesting because if you think about what we do and like I've been, I guess, in some capacity as strategists working with various different businesses and you help them sort of transform their business. So in a way, that's business reinvention. And there's a need to do that because, technology accelerates, opportunities arise, ability to grow in different markets and expand. If you think about what that means for you personally, right, it's the same sort of construct, right? And I think it's fascinating thinking about, in a professional capacity, thinking about frameworks, models, and things that we do to help businesses and then thinking how can we apply those things in our personal lives. And so I think that's kind of what reinvention is. And I think also there is, this notion right now that with everything available right now, it's more and more possible for people to be more and more control their life, right? Because it's so much easier to do that right now with the tools available and things like that. So I think more people are looking for opportunities to be able to leverage on that, be more high agency and dictate what they can do.
Very cool.
I think that's an interesting thing, right? I mean, most of the time you think about reinvention, maybe in the past more business reactionary as well, whereby something happened and therefore I need to make a change, or I'm reacting to an external factor, or I lost my job, or the roles are changing. I think the interesting thing is how do you think about reinvention more from a strategic point of view or intentional and purposeful? I was trying to think about some example. I mean, obviously we just finished the Singapore elections as well, and you will see 50% of the candidates are new candidates coming into the field, and they're coming from their jobs and occupancies, right, and coming into a whole new field of politics.
Correct.
So you will see a whole new set of people trying to reinvent themselves from a private sector to a public sector. So examples like that, and then more to your space, you think about artists reinventing themselves, Beyonce going from one genre to country, for example. I mean, so I think there's those facets of reinvention as well. Those are more reactionary. I got to do something because it's happening to me, versus I know I want to make that change because of certain strategic reasons, for example, right? And I think that facet becomes interesting to explore.